How do you feel about doubts?
Ooh.
Maybe you have some right now, right? I think it's interesting because whether it's culture or our own fears or honestly the enemy, I think doubting God feels like a really taboo thing to do. Like you just shouldn't, but that can be kind of problematic when doubts are a natural thing that come up within a Christian walk.
Yeah, but who hasn't doubted whether God was gonna deliver you from the thing or provide the thing you needed? I feel like natural in my life to doubt it, but sometimes we get this shame attached to, or we have this fear of our doubt, and so we try to hide our doubts, like we don't have them. We're gonna pretend we don't, or we hide from our doubts.
Almost like the voice of those questions becomes the loudest thing in our mind.
Yeah, and sometimes when there's doubt, you will distance yourself from other believers in your life. And like, it's just shameful. I can't share my doubts with them.
But that's not what happens when we see doubt show up in the Bible. John 20:27, it's right after Jesus has come back to life, and Thomas, one of the disciples, says, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way Jesus is back to life. I'm going to have to see him and touch his wounds to believe this. Well, later, the next time Jesus saw Thomas, he said to Thomas, put your finger here and see my hands. Put out your hand and place it in my side. Do not disbelieve, but believe.
What I love about this is Thomas had these doubts, and he didn't hide them. He aired them with the guys that he's doing life with, the guys that like he's kind of being discipled with, right? He shares them with them, right? He doesn't step away from them because he's there the very next time that Jesus is going to show up. He's still hanging out with the disciples.
And I think it's key to know that the disciples didn't shun Thomas. They didn't, lecture him. He's still welcome with them. And then it's so relieving to see how Jesus responds to Thomas.
That's right. He doesn't lecture him. He doesn't question him. He didn't disown him and say, you need to go, Thomas, because you doubted. He invites him to come and test his doubts. And in the Bible, it looks like just seeing him is enough, because Thomas then exclaims, my Lord and my God.
So the same is true for us. God doesn't shun you. He's not questioning you. He's not disappointed in you. He's asking you to come closer. Bring your questions right up to him. And the truth that we have today, our reminder in John 20, is that your doubts are safe with God.